So it's 1989 Sonny Boy, a film that was originally began its production, I want to say 1987 or before, but it took a few years for it to get completed. It danced around a bit in HD presentation, I think on maybe Turner Classic Movies or somewhere like that, and has now found its way into the loving arms of Scream Factory, being one of their oddest releases to date. And it also stars David Carradine of Kung Fu and Kill Bill fame. Carradine, I should say. The plot of this one's odd. It basically, we got this character named Weasel at the start of the movie. Weasel played by none other than, I'm drawing a blank here, Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif. So Weasel is stealing a car, and he ends up killing the owner of the car and his lady friend, and in the process steals a baby. So he takes the baby to this big boss man who kind of runs the underground of this small town, is kind of the man there, played by Paul Smith, and his lovely bride, if you want to call it that, played by David Carradine, and one of the strangest roles you're ever going to find that man in. He's the cross-dressing bride to the big old Paul Smith. So that is something that probably warrants you to watch this anyway, because it's so weird. Why would you not want to watch it? From there, they take the kid and they raise him basically as an animal. I mean, they give him parties and stuff, but they're keeping him locked away, and he's really animalistic. As he gets older, you know, he's got that rough upbringing, and he's kind of wild. He's kind of like a rabid dog. So Smith's character, when he needs some dirty work done, pretty much just goes and gets the kid out of whatever shed or shack he's in and lets him go and maul the people to death. And it happens quite a bit in the movie, but as you know, things would have it, sooner or later the boy who is being treated as an animal kind of gets a little taste of freedom. He kind of runs into a girl that he's kind of interested in, I guess you could say. He breaks free. The whole town finds out about him. So things happen. People die. The town chases him. And they kind of end up back, you know, on Smith and Carradine's character's property, declaring a war there at one point in the film. So it's very random. It's not necessarily what you would call a horror film, but it's so strange that you kind of want to watch and just keep watching anyway. I mean, there's some brief moments of some pretty good gore here and there. During one scene, a guy is basically shot with a cannon at close range, and he, of course, obliterates into a million pieces. Kind of need a little more of that with something like this, I guess you could say. It's a bit of a character piece, I guess you could call it as well. Kind of let you know that if you're flawed, you're kind of always going to be flawed, but you can at least make attempts to be better, I guess. Nonetheless, it's entertaining. Maybe a little bit too long, even though it didn't feel that long. It's 96 minutes, but near the end it kind of feels like maybe it's dragging just a hair. Like I said, needed some more people being blown up, maybe a little less character development. You know, whatever your choice is, basically. But Sonny Boy is a very unusual film. It's an odd film. If you're more into like the solid horror stuff, then maybe it's not for you. If you kind of like the little bit of artsy-ish character stuff, then Sonny Boy's okay. I liked it. I think David Carradine gives a great performance. Probably worth watching just for him. He also performs the theme song of sorts of the film, and it looks good. I mean, that's what I say. Most of these things that the Scream Factory is putting out, they all look good. Even if they're not the best films in the world, they usually still look good and are very worthy of your time regardless. Special features here is a new audio commentary with director Robert Martin Carroll, new audio commentary with writer Greme Wiffler, I guess. We'll just say that's what his name is, and a theatrical trailer. So this would be Sonny Boy from Scream Factory, already available out there. This actually has a reversible cover, as you can see here. Pardon the hole. This is a review copy, and it's solid enough. You know, not the best thing I've seen, but it's one of the strangest. So if that seems to tickle your fancy, then Sonny Boy may just warrant you giving it a watch.